This is White Columns on Peachtree, home of WSB Radio and television. This $3 million complex is styled in antebellum splendor, drawing on a design of the past, featuring white columns, bricked walkways, and small garden areas on the grounds. The magnolia trees give White Columns a restful setting, although it's on Peachtree Street, one of the oldest and busiest thoroughfares in the city. The inside is no less elegant, being furnished with antiques, some dating to the Civil War era. The winding staircase and crystal chandelier is not only beautiful, but they remind the guests that quality in all phases of operation is desired and obtained at all times. One phase of the total operation that demands quality and exactness is radio news. This is Elmo Ellis, General Manager of WSB Radio. All materials programmed, all news carried, and all talent hired for the demanding, precise jobs that are executed here are his ultimate responsibility. Under his direction, WSB Radio has won many trophies for its news features and programs. This is Brent Hill, another important link in the chain of command. Brent is program director, directly responsible for all of the programs on the air, but still yet another group. This is Radio News. King Elliott is Radio News director, and he is assisted by his 14-man news staff. This ensures the listener that more news at any moment is not just a slogan, but rather a live, active, working fact. Because this is radio, there could be a deadline every minute during a broadcast day, and WSB Radio presents no less than 46 regularly scheduled newscasts. Members of the team rely on various sources for news. Newspapers, books, and magazines are all good, but nothing beats the hard-nosed digging. The wire service machines are a valuable asset. However, WSB Radio does not rely entirely on the news as it appears. Each story is rewritten by a trained rewrite expert. This is Don Baird, night news editor. In Don's case, it's Radio News Instant News. The newscast that he is preparing now is one of 7 he prepares and delivers 5 days a week. This means 7 newscasts with 7 deadlines, but because this is radio, this could mean a deadline every minute. Baird is getting ready for his 5-minute newscast at 8:30. He relies on all of the material that the news teams have gathered during the day using small handheld tape recorders and the WSB reporter's talent for finding news. Several of the 10 reporters assisting Baird are just finishing editing for the last late-breaking stories. It appears that Baird's work is through. With a few last-minute preparations, he will be ready to go on the air. But in another part of town, a fire has started.
Engine loud, Walker Melch.
Bruce Bartley has been cruising in one of WSB Radio's 4 two-way radio-equipped news cars. He heard the fire call on his fire department monitor and reaches the scene while there is still action. Upon his arrival, he radios a direct report to the thousands of greater metro area listeners. The live report will give the listeners only the vital details of the story, warning of any dangers to the population in general from the fire's effects. The news car is equipped with a mobile telephone. After Bartley gets more details, he calls Don Baird with the complete story for the 8:30 newscast. Baird is waiting. He takes the call and records it. In order that the tape will be right, having no false starts or incorrect information, Baird edits the tape, taking careful note of the time on his cue sheet, a form given to the engineer to decrease the danger of having the wrong tape come up on the news. Now Baird makes a few notes on the story. After this, he will take all of the tapes he plans to use and his cue sheets to the engineering booth. While Baird is consulting with the engineers whose ultimate responsibility it is to run his news tape, John Moore, the announcer on duty, is taking care of some last-minute preparations. Baird will use from 6 to 8 strong tape inserts in his 15-minute newscast, but tonight he has time for only 4 for his 5-minute 8:30 newscast. He has to be sure of every tape in its order that nothing is taken out of context. It's 8:30. Baird is now on the air.
WSB 8:30 News, Don Baird reporting for the All Citizens Registration Committee. WSB reports on the latest on the tornado in downtown Columbus, Georgia. 8 persons are hurt. More on the story now from Danny Royal at station WRVL.
The engineer has now just rolled the tape insert that complements a story. And 4 minutes later, the newscast is history. But without the efforts of the team, even this 5-minute newscast would have been virtually impossible. The secret of WSB Radio's success is not only talent, but the true team spirit. Each member working with the other member of the team, no matter how small the part, to make the sum total the award-winning news coverage effort for the Southeast. This is WSB Radio News.